Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ashley and today we're going to play with some more new makeup. I know that's been kind of a common theme here on my channel recently, but there have just been some really good things that I have given myself permission to buy. I feel like I went a good part of the year being really good, and then once the dam kind of creaked its way open, it really got open there. So we definitely have some new fun things to play with. Some are brand new, others are newer. I just haven't had a chance to use them here on camera with you. So I thought, let's play and talk about what's going on here just in my day-to-day life. So one thing that we will definitely be breaking into is some of the holiday pieces from Kiko Milano. So here recently I did a sort of full face of Kiko Milano. I had never tried that brand before and I was very excited to give it a go. And one of you lovely subscribers at Metropolitan Kreyole commented that she actually used to work for the brand, and so she had some recommendations, and that is what fueled this purchase here. One of the things that she overwhelmingly said was that their lip products are phenomenal. So I did pick up 2 full-size lip products and then this cute little mini trio. And then I picked up a highlighting palette as well. So very excited to break into that. I'm also going to be using this right here. This is the BH Cosmetics holiday release. This is their Naughty palette and it is so stinking pretty. Look at all these beauties. These pans, by the way, are massive. There is so much product in here. So I have used this quite a few times since picking it up, but this will be the first time you guys are seeing it. So very excited to get into all of that. If that is something that you are excited for, you're in the right place. But first of all, if you are new, welcome. I'm very excited that you decided to click here on my video. If you decide that you enjoy it and you want to hang out and see more of what I put out, please don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell. But without further ado, let's get into me putting on some new stuff. All right, so here we are zoomed in, of course. Now I'm also going to be using some of these right here. When I picked up the BH Cosmetics palette, I also picked up a whole bunch of their brushes, including their Lavender Luxe collection, which I, for some reason, have been wanting for quite a while now. So when I saw it in stock, I was super stoked and jumped all over it. But first thing we're going to do is play with this beauty right here. This is, again, the Naughty palette. This is from their holiday release. And I think I'm going to go ahead and start with Meringue, which is this just cream colored shade right here. Use that to set down my eyeshadow base. I think I'm going to be moving back over for a while to my Urban Decay, just the original primer potion. I've been using my MAC paint pot for the majority of actually the entirety of the year, and I'm just kind of over it, to be honest with you. I don't love it nearly as much as I was hoping to. It has been kind of a cult classic for ages, and it's just not my favorite. This one and the one from Smashbox are, I think, my 2 favorites. But, you know, the paint pot is fine. I just found that for me, it didn't help with the longevity of my eyeshadow, and that sometimes, depending on the eyeshadow itself, it did crease. One of the biggest offenders in that area were foiled shadows. I just really found that they would crease and gather, which I don't find that they do with my primer potion. So that's why I've decided to go back to that for a while. And then, as I said, I'm just going to take Meringue, which is a cream colored matte, and use that to set that down. Now, I always just set from the brow bone to my crease. That way my lid itself stays a little bit tacky. And it, in my opinion, helps with the shimmer shades a little bit. Although, I think I'm actually going to do something terribly out of character. And I'm going to use one of the glitters, which I almost never do because I'm not a big pressed glitter fan. But these seem like they are finely milled enough that I'm not as concerned about them. So that is the thought there. Okay, now that that is done, I'm going to take, what did I decide I wanted to do? Because I was definitely looking at this earlier, because I think I want to use chestnuts all over my lid. So I think to achieve that, I'm gonna take a little bit of, you know what, let's go with Yep. I'm going to take Yuletide, which is this shade right here, put that into the crease, and then probably blend it out with Santa Baby right there. So, how has everyone been doing? I am very interested to know. We are mid-December for me at this point. Helps if I take out a mirror. And I am trying very hard to get into the holiday spirit. I've mentioned in videos before that I'm not the biggest Christmas person. So that for me, you know, is a little difficult. I do already have my face makeup on, so trying to be really careful. I have noticed that this palette, the mattes can be a little bit powdery. So I gotta be a little bit careful with that. But so I've been trying really hard to get into the holiday spirit, and we've been really busy around the house. So we did get our Christmas tree. I know that, I don't know, I felt kind of bummed about it in a way, because under normal circumstances, this was my son's first year to help pick out the Christmas tree. Normally, we go and visit my in-laws for Christmas. And because of pandemic, we will not be doing that this year, which is kind of a bummer. We're hoping that they might come to us, but they are older. And so it's just, you know, we're keeping everybody's safety in mind. So it's not 100% decided there, but we definitely will not be going there. And so in years past, like last year, wow, I'm really kind of all over the place. I'm so sorry. My son is only 3, so. But yeah, so this was going to be the first year that he was going to get to participate. But unfortunately, because of everything that's going on, we didn't feel comfortable taking the girls to go to the Christmas tree lot because, I don't know, again, just being safe. So my husband and my son went alone, and it made me feel so sad. Like, I'm excited that my husband got to have that experience with him, because my son is such a mama's boy, and honestly, I love it. I mean, I don't love that his dad gets left out of stuff. You know, I don't want to say that by any means, but you know, I kind of love being you know, a mom to a mama's boy, because he is just so much my world. But I like that, you know, my husband got to have that experience with him. I'm just jealous that I got left out because, you know, safety. And to be honest with you, we don't have a vehicle that will accommodate all of us anyway. I purchased my vehicle, and then right when we found out that I was pregnant, when prior to that I had driven a Toyota Prius, which I loved my Prius. I absolutely loved my Prius, but you know, it was getting to be too small just for the one kid. He was getting to where the car seat was really just jammed in there. So we knew we wanted something bigger. So when I found out that I was pregnant, we said, you know what, let's just go ahead and buy something bigger. So we traded in my Prius for just kind of a mid-size SUV. I was really excited about it. And then I am not even exaggerating, 10 days, 2 weeks, something like that, after we purchased that vehicle, signed all the paperwork, financing, all that, brought it home, I found out we were having twins. Or we found out we were having twins. So that vehicle is, oddly enough, not big enough for everybody, which is crazy to me. So, I mean, we would, if we were to all go someplace as a family, we would need to take 2 vehicles, because all 3 car seats, I guess we could probably jam them in there, but nobody wants to do that. So, you know, if it was a non-pandemic world, all 5 of us would have gone together, 2 vehicles. It would have been quite the caravan, but they went alone. So we have our tree, and I'm so rambly. I'm so sorry. I always plan out kind of what I want to talk about, and then it gets to the moment and I'm all over the place like a crazy person. But we did get it all decorated, and so my husband is texting me from the Christmas tree lot, and he's like, he doesn't want any of them. He doesn't want, and by he I mean our son, He doesn't want any of them. He says that they're all too big. You know, and he's 3, but he's small 3. I mean, he's a shrimpy little dude. So he apparently felt like they were all too big. And he's like, my husband was like, I don't know what to do. So I'm going into chestnuts right now, just taking it on my finger, and look at that. There we go. It's really pretty. So I was like, well, just let him pick what he wants. If it turns out that he wants a teeny tiny tree, then, you know, do that, but then also get a full-size tree, and then we'll just have 2. So they were at the lot for a while, and then they came home, and my husband was like, well, he found a tree that he liked, and he said it was perfect. So we got it. And it's not a small tree, but it's definitely not like a full-size tree either. It's kind of in the middle. But for him, he felt like it was perfect, which means that it was perfect. So we got that all nice and decorated, and I got stockings put out. I had purchased some new stockings because I felt like now is the time to do that, because I think our family is at the size that it's going to be. I don't think we're looking to have any more kids. I mean, if it happens, obviously that's amazing, but I think 3 is kind of where we're leaving things. But so I got stockings in there put out. I hung some lights on the house. So everything is coming along quite nicely. It's funny though, because the girls are getting to where they're starting to crawl. We have to have the tree in an enclosure. So none of the presents are underneath the tree, but I'm kind of okay with that, because I think it'll be really fun on Christmas morning for my son specifically, because, you know, the girls don't know, for him to come down and to see just all of the presents appear underneath the tree. I think that'll be fun. So I'm really kind of looking forward to everything, even though, like I said, I'm not the biggest Christmas person. I find it really stressful because I put a lot of pressure on myself. So gift giving for me is a stressful a stressful thing to do. But you know, it's fun shopping for the kids, I will say that. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. I think it'll be a lot of fun, and he is just obsessed with decorations. I think I've mentioned this before, where he every time you see anybody's houses, he's obsessed. He loves it so much. He came home when I put the stockings up, and he goes, "Mommy, decorations!" Like, he was so excited, and it was honestly the sweetest thing. I'm just trying to sweep away a little bit of the glitter. That's, for me, why I don't love using my finger to apply eyeshadow in general, but because I'm unwieldy and clumsy, it gets everywhere. So, but I do think that it's looking really, really pretty. I don't know, this is the time of year, obviously, when you want the sparkle. So I'm doing the sparkle. I'm going to take that original brush that we put Yuletide on, and I'm just going to sweep it with no product underneath my eyes to kind of get it cleaned off and to lay down some color before going in with anything else. But yeah, so that's exciting. He's got his school holiday kind of get-together thing today, which, because of, again, the pandemic, they're having to kind of schedule in time slots. So my husband's taking him to that as well, so that he can meet my son's teachers, because he hasn't had a chance to do that because we live in a crazy world. So that's what's going on there. But I'm actually really looking forward to doing some of the more holiday traditions with my son. He likes to cook with me in the kitchen. And so I'm excited to do like cookies this year with him. And last weekend, my husband and a family friend of ours came over, and they put together the majority of the swing set that we finally got for him. I mean, it's like a million years later, but we did finally get him one. And yes, from a legitimate source. I did not get scammed again. But they put most of that together. So while they were outside doing that, my son and I baked some banana bread as a thank you. And he was very excited to give the banana bread thank you gift. So that was great. And he hasn't had a chance to play on it yet because that was last Sunday. And they didn't get all of it completed because if you've ever put those together, I mean, it's an undertaking. They spent a good 6 hours working on it, and they got a lot of it done, but not all of it before it got dark. So my husband and I have been kind of working on it steadily throughout the week, and it's mostly done. There's one twisty slide that is not put together, but we've got the other slide and the swings and the little climbing wall and everything. Really excited. If I can, I'll try to insert some pictures so that you guys can see. I mean, it won't be done yet because it's not done yet, but I will try to insert some pictures of how it is now. And I really think this looks so nice. I'm liking the way that this is turned out. One last thing to do though is, you know, I think I'm going to take ornaments, this shimmery baby pink shade, and I'm going to put that in the inner, oh no, I've got a highlighting palette. I'm going to use that on the inner corners. Yeah, okay, so we're going to leave it there. I always feel really weird when I just have my eyes done and a little bit of bronzer because I feel like it just washes me out so badly. I feel like I look crazy. So let me go ahead and put some blush on. I had held off on the blush until I decided what I wanted to do with the eyes, but now I'm just going to go into my Jouer dual blush, give my face a little bit more life. Ooh, that's a lot more life. Look at that. That is some... I got a little crazy there. It's weird not being able to see my whole face while I'm putting stuff on. It tends to get a little out of control when I do that. But I look a little bit less washed out. So, let's go ahead and talk about the Kiko Milano products that I picked up. So, the first thing I'm actually going to go ahead and apply now. This is the Holiday Gems Care and Glow Lip Stylo. First of all, this packaging, this holiday packaging is really, really pretty. And then the packaging inside, look at that. That is really, really pretty. It reminds me a little bit of the NARS packaging. But this is what, it's just a lip balm. So I'm going to go ahead and pop some of that on. Although it does look like it might be a little bit on the frosty side. It's got a little bit of a florally sort of note. I don't know, but it feels nice. It feels very nice. Okay. And then I'm going to go into the highlighting palette. So again, this is from their holiday collection, and this is what the actual packaging looks like. It looks like just a big old gemstone, and I really, really like it. So this is what the inside looks like. So let's put some of these on the face. They do look kind of glittery, which has me a little bit nervous because I'm not usually a big glittery highlight kind of fan, but let's go ahead and start with this champagne shade. I'm going to put that on the tops of my cheekbones. These don't have any names, but let's see. That's pretty. It doesn't look, at least it doesn't look sparkly on my face, so that's good. That's pretty, I like that. Okay, let's do the other side. A little bit on the Cupid's bow. And the tip of the nose. That's pretty. I like that a lot, actually. All right, and then taking just a little brush, I'm going to go into this pinky shade right here. I'm going to use that on my inner corner and my brow bone. See what that looks like. Yeah, I think that's a good choice, a good choice. Yeah, that's pretty. Apparently I can't talk and do that at the same time. I really like this. I think that this worked really nicely with this particular look. I do think though that these two shades here might be a bit dark, so this one will probably have to do as a blush topper. That one is kind of a bronzy sort of situation, so we'll have to see. But overall, what do you think? I like it. I think it's pretty. Okay, and let's talk about the rest of the lip products because I'm really excited and I had to work really hard not to jump into these yet because, oh, they're so cute. Like, look at that. It's just adorable. So this is a little trio of their Powder Power Mini Lipsticks. That is hard to say without getting too tongue-tied. All right, so, oh, that's what it looks like inside. Let's go ahead and pull these babies out. All right, so oh yeah, these are mini. All right, so those are what those look like there. They have that very sort of velvety look. Let me swatch these a little bit, see. All right, so again, much like the highlighter, they don't have actual names. So this is 1, 2, and 3. They were very smooth when I put them on my skin. They seemed like they would feel really good on the lips. But I also have this one right here. This is a full size. This is their Holiday Gems Diamond Dust Lipstick. Oh, you guys. Again, we have this packaging right here that is just so pretty, magnetic closure, but it is beautiful. Like, look at that. It's got stars embossed in it, and I don't know if you can tell, but it's one of those lipsticks that has the glitter all over the outside. It's amazing. It's so pretty. Like, I don't even want to use it because it is so pretty. Like, could you even see? It is so pretty. All right, I'm gonna swatch it. Oh, it is so pretty. Oh, look at that. It's got a slightly metallic finish. Ooh, that's really pretty. I feel like that's the one that I should use. But I don't want to mess it up. Oh, will you guys kill me if I don't? I feel like it's the one that would go best with this eye look though. I feel like the other ones are a little warm. All right, I'm going to do it. You don't buy things just to look at them. You buy things to use them. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put it on. That's really pretty. That's really pretty. I'm not someone who typically goes for metallic lipsticks, but this is definitely super unique to my collection for sure. Yeah, that's pretty. That's pretty. So while we're here, before I jump off camera to finish up the look with like mascara and all that kind of stuff, I've been thinking recently about growing my bangs back out, mostly because they drive me a little bit crazy. What do you think? no bangs, or I'll be right back with bangs. All right, so here we have the final look with everything applied. I just piled on, again, a bunch of my Nabla Cosmetics Major Pleasure mascara. And then I also added some Julep eyeliner. This is in the shade Smoky Plum. I don't think Julep is a company anymore. I think they actually filed for bankruptcy or something. I haven't seen anything new. All their stuff is at TJ Maxx. I've actually had this eyeliner for quite a while now, but I think it complemented the look very, very nicely. And I enjoyed, I think, everything that I played with today. So as I said, I have been using this eyeshadow palette a few times now already, and I do really like it. Then again, y'all know that I am a fan of BH Cosmetics eyeshadows. One thing that I will say is that this, I don't know, is the same formula as the 16 pan palettes that I rave about all the time. They're like travel collection or something, because I feel like the mattes are powdery-er in this palette than they are in that palette, or those palettes rather. So I don't know if it's the same. I do still really like it. I think it's a great value for money, and I'm very happy to have it in my collection. Just know that if I had to choose between that palette and the little 16 pan travel palettes, I would choose those. I think those are top notch, hands down phenomenal, but that's still really good too. I loved the little highlighter palette. I think that this is more highlighter than I could possibly go through, but it is really, really pretty. I'm interested to see how the rest of the shades look on me and my super duper fair skin. I am very excited to use these little guys right here, and I'm sure you will see them in an upcoming video. And this lipstick is so much fun. It's so much fun. I think the tone is really, really nice, especially with this eye look, and I don't feel like it's overly metallic. Like, if you get up close, it's definitely metallic, but it isn't like obnoxious. I don't know if that makes sense or not. And it doesn't emphasize like the lines in my lips and stuff like that. So I do really quite like it. And I'm a little bit on the fence about the Care and Glow lip stylo. It was a little bit thick, and I don't know how nourishing it felt. So I'm gonna have to give that a little bit more of a test, and I'm sure I will talk about it in a future video. Let me know about the hair. Bangs, no bangs? What do you think? I have a feeling that once I get a professional haircut and it's properly like styled and shaped and all that kind of stuff, they will annoy me a little bit less, but right now they're just making me crazy. So what are y'all up to this weekend? Is it a mad dash to get everything ready for Christmas? I cannot believe Christmas is so stinking close at this point. Like, crazy. So if you are behind the 8 ball, hopefully you can get all caught up. Hopefully I can get all caught up, and we'll have a great holiday season together. After this year, we deserve some nice holiday season, even if you're like me and you're just doing it all via Zoom. It's still nice to talk to the people that we love. Anyway, I'll stop getting all, you know, gushy, but thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I hope that you are having an amazing day, and I will see you next time. Bye.